Yet Alibaba again getting exposed. So this chapter of Magi, we just see Alibaba getting way too close with Morgiana, and I mean way too close. He's like there just following her everywhere, just saying, I'm here with my freaking girl Morgiana, and even Morgiana's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, get the fuck off me, and then she explains she only wanted to be by her side as a household member, not as a lover, and Alibaba has a fucking crusty bitch there again. And we're going back to the Alibaba crustiness that we've been dealing with for the past 3 weeks now, haven't we? Jesus Christ, So, and I guess it's mainly because Morgiana still doesn't understand her. I mean, she only just got released from being a slave a few years back. She hasn't had time to really think about feelings and stuff. And she asked Alibaba to wait, and he's like, why wait for this guy? He's a fucking crusty. Why? As much as I don't like Hakuria either, Hakuria went through a bitch fit and all that, Hakuria's more the fucking... Actually, I don't even know which one's more the man right now, because Hakuria was on some beast shit and Magno start looking all boss and shit. But then as well, Alibaba's just been so crusty at the moment, I just don't fucking care. There's nothing else to explain him that he is a crossfuck. He is a bitch. Honestly, the best bit about this chapter is when you hear, oh, Balbad's inside, and actually as well hearing that Morgiana, having a little bit more development with her, because I still say the best, in order is, Aladdin, Morgiana, and then Alibaba is there at the bottom with my favourites. Now that Balbad's in sight, it seems like Alibaba, Morgiana, and his household are now about to go. I want to see what they're going to do as soon as they reach Balbad. However, the main point of this chapter, what I really liked, is when you see him with Aladdin. He's in Sindria and he's studying about the Rook, and when he appears, freaking Yunan appears out of nowhere in front of Aladdin. I was fucking really excited because we've seen Cher, and we've already seen a lot of Judal, and Yunan is the one that's always been, I've been wondering about what's his motive, where does he stand in all of this. And I really like that Morgiana actually told Aladdin before that he's mysterious, yes, but he's a little bit mixed up and all that in mystery, but he's kind, and he taught her I think the Tolan language and a lot of things as well, taught her how to be kind and how to use the household vessel. So, and he even says himself, I'm not a good person, I'm not that great as you and Morgiana think. And he also says as well, I know Ugo, and I was like, holy shit, you know Ugo? He knows about the Sacred Palace as well, and he's saying you're not the only Magi favored by the Sacred Palace. So it's what does Yunan know? We know that he is old as fuck, and that we know that he knows a lot of shit, especially with Sinbad. And when Sinbad's on some sneaky shit and trying to spy on with this bird or something, Yunan says, I can hear everything in the island, and I can especially hear you, as he's just talking. He's damn, that bastard's seen me. And he's I can hear you. And I was the two doesn't trust each other, and I'm why? And if anyone's actually read the manga, the spin-off with Sinbad no Boken, I've read all the chapters that they translated so far, and I've already know how the origins of Yunan and him, what led to them, because at first they seemed like they're friends in the manga, but how do they lead to this part where they're not trustworthy? And it's Aladdin as well. It's what the fuck's going on? I hope they explain this, and it might get some more dirt on Sinbad and show, maybe how dark he goes or something. That's what I want Yunan to do. I want to Yunan to drop a bombshell in next chapter, he's committed genocide on these whole people that, some fucked up shit I really want to hear. And even as well Sinbad getting some fucked up shit on Yunan, and then it's Aladdin's decision. I want to see if Aladdin is that scared to hear about the truth of Sinbad that he will want to leave that island straight away. Overall, I really enjoyed this chapter. I'm looking forward to it. The Alibaba bit, although I keep saying Alibaba's a bitch, I still do like that there's romance in the series, and he's not as well. It's still hard to say whether or not who's better, freaking Hakuria or Alibaba, yeah. But overall, I enjoyed this chapter. I'm glad we got a lot of progression in this one. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this chapter of Magi. But that's all for me. I want to thank you very much for watching. Remember, Savagezweipanda, sign out, and I'll see you guys